How much are you looking forward to the weekend's game against Rangers?
Yeah, I can't wait for it. I think especially after the international break, we had that 2 weeks without a game. We got that winning feeling last game as well. Everyone wants to just build on that, and yeah, we can't wait for it to come around.
Just speaking to the manager there about sparking the season into life, do you feel that that game against Dundee has done that? Is that what you sense amongst the boys in the changing room?
Yeah, I think the performances before it, we were couldn't believe we hadn't won. Well, we hadn't got that first win yet, so I think it was a relief that that's came. As you say, I think it's now time to kick on and take confidence from that.
What's key to beating Rangers? Obviously did it on the opening day of last season, but then a few close games, couldn't beat them against the remainder of the season. What is key?
I think the difference in those games here, the team that took their chances better won the game, but at the core of it, I think it's that positive mental attitude that we're turning up and we're going after a result.
And that's what you'll have this weekend?
Yeah, of course.
How important do having a role to the crowd play when it comes to games against the Old Firm when they come here?
I think you can see it unsettles the teams that come here. A lot of teams come here and they look uncomfortable. I think for us, we feed off the energy that they give us. But with the big occasions, you can't get too caught up in it. We still need to play our game, give ourselves the best chance.
Is that something that you boys speak about in the change room, about feeding off the other team being uncomfortable, whether it's the crowd, whether it's they don't like playing on a national turf pitch? Is that something you speak about?
Yeah, we're well set up and well organised, but we talk about if we see that, can we go and press them? You know, are we pressing high? Are we waiting for them? Can we get after them? I think that's something we did really well last season here. And you can see even the European games, teams that come here, they get rocked a wee bit sometimes.
There's been a few injuries, suspensions in defence this season. How easy or difficult has it been for you to adapt to different partners?
I think there's been a bit of unfamiliarity where as you say, there's been changes, and sometimes the defence benefits from consistency. And but for me personally, it's something I've done a lot in my career so far, is move about, and it's just something we need to adapt to.
Yeah. When you face Rangers as a former Rangers player, does it take on added significance from a personal point of view?
Not really. I don't really focus on that. I just see it as another game that we have a chance to get 3 points. I don't really tend to look back and dwell on what's happened with me before. I just see it as another game that I want to go and win.
We spoke to the manager previously, and without putting pressure on you, he said that internationally, one day sees you playing for the Scotland team. What's your own view in terms of your drive, your ambition for that?
Yeah, it's definitely an ambition of mine. I know that to give myself the best chance, my addition is how I play on a Saturday, how good a defender I can be for Kilmarnock, how consistent I can be. If I can push my own levels, then that gives me the best chance.
Does it give you even more kind of an incentive when you see the match the other night and the boys perform against a team like Portugal? Yeah,
and even as the recent squad, you see new faces coming in, you see new boys coming in and doing well from the same league as well. So I'd say take confidence from that and use it as an example that the opportunity can be there.
Does your radar go up when you see new faces and potentially a gap opening up for you there?
I think my focus is just do what I can on a Saturday, keep developing on myself and just be patient with it. I think you need to recognise as well, for all the players in that squad, the level they're at, either the level they're playing at or the league they're playing at. The competition's so high, and I think you need to give respect to the players and how well they've done there, and to how high the level is.
What do you think it takes to catch the attention of Steve Clarke?
Sometimes it can be. I think in football, opportunities can come from anywhere, but I think it's just a case of being ready if the chance ever comes. And I think the best way to be ready is just to try to be consistent and stay grounded, and just work on myself every week.
In terms of the game on Sunday, the manager was saying maybe he's looking for better starts in the games to give himself a better platform. Do you have any ideas about how you as a team can go about doing that?
It's something we've talked about, that this season we haven't been, or we've given ourselves a mountain to climb in too many games. I think the positive reaction is the reaction within the games have been good on the whole, but it's something we're aware of, and I think that again it comes from that mentality, going with that confidence, that positive attitude, and knowing what we're going to do and go and execute.
manager says that confidence was never really an issue when you weren't getting the wins on the 3 points. Was it more of a frustrating feeling when you weren't getting over the line just before the Dundee game?
Yeah, definitely. I think one thing we've been poorer at recently that we were better at last season was managing games, especially the Dundee United game. It kind of got away from us when we had ourselves in front. But the benefit of having a squad that's so similar to last season is we need to say to ourselves, you know, we've got that, we know we've got that there, we just need to find it again.
And how key was that to go into the international break with that win and come back in ready to try and build on that?
I think it's a relief. You know, everyone feels better because of it. But at the same time, you can't let yourself get too high or too low, and we just need to stay level-headed to give ourselves the best chance.
And is that going to be a challenge on Sunday when Rangers attacking players are going to be testing you quite often throughout the 90 minutes?
Yeah, of course. They're good players, they're a good level, and the better players you play, they punish you quicker. But as I say, being level-headed, you play against good players every week, so that, you know, that's how we need to approach it.
You obviously had good results against Rangers and Celtic here last season. What's the key to getting results? The main thing that you need to do in a game? You know, obviously it's for 90 minutes, but what do you have to do? You think what's the important thing?
In terms of performance, everyone needs to be playing well, because when you're not, as I say, the better teams, the better players, they punish you quicker. And I think at the base of it is that confidence. And then I think even getting one result last season bred confidence for the other games that we get a result, and all of a sudden teams come here thinking, you know, that's in the back of their mind as well. So I think that's the core of it.
We've talked about starting a game well. If you start and put them under pressure and make it difficult for them, that's a kind of knock-on effect. I think that momentum kind of gathers as well.
Yeah, sometimes you create your own luck as well in football. So I think that's sort of getting back to that robust team we were, that teams didn't like playing against, that didn't concede goals easily, and we have been scoring a lot of goals recently, so continuing that form.